Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video with Call for the Moon. Stop.
Hey, bro.
What you doing, man?
I'm here in your office, actually.
Back. Yes,
Yeah.
thanks. Thanks. You know what? We haven't done a collaborative video in a while. We did one just now, and that's going to go on your channel.
True.
And this one's on my channel.
Yeah.
Okay? So make sure you head over to Carl's channel.
Did you see that my channel name has a new name now?
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It was The Moon, but now it's The Moon Show.
Moon Show. Okay.
Thought it sounded cool.
Okay. The Moon Show. Yes, that works.
Yeah. It's easier to search for it, you know?
Yes, exactly.
When you search for The Moon.
Moon, just he's like the moon. The Moon Show. Yes, you're gonna find it. Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think that's perfect. Yes. So now you know how to find Carl's channel, The Moon Show. Just Google The Moon Show, and you will find it. Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about what's going on with crypto this 2025 year and beyond. And I believe, and I think Paul does too, that this is going to be a crypto super cycle. Now, I have my reasons why it's going to be a crypto super cycle. And if you've been watching the show and the channel, you know why. But I want to hear from Carl. Carl, why do you think it's going to be a super cycle?
Well, the first reason is because this video is going to get 5,000 likes.
For sure.
Reason.
Get it done.
Yeah. No, okay. So in all seriousness, I believe that the super cycle will happen for many reasons. I'll mention a few of them. First of all, we have the ETF. The hype of the ETF is gone. Like, people don't talk about it anymore, but the fundamental is still there. The ETF is there. So now it's easy for people to buy Bitcoin.
Just so you know, people, the ETF, right? A regular ETF grows like this. This ETF, Bitcoin ETF, was this, all other ETFs went like this. This one went like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And growth.
Yeah.
And it's still growing.
Still growing, and people are not talking about it enough. So right now the ETF has massive inflow, and it gives a wider access to liquidity in the world, and that's huge. So the access to Bitcoin is there. Now, is the marketing there? Well, Bitcoin just reached the highest level in the world possible, the US president. I mean, in terms of power in the world, like, that's the top. Obviously, we have the shadow governments as well. We have the Illuminati, sure. But let's talk what we see on the surface level. And Trump, obviously, at least the perception is it's the highest in the world. And all we need is the perception, because that's marketing, you know? People, from what they can see, it's the highest level. So we have the US president actually talking about Bitcoin, and will legislate Bitcoin in a positive way, launched his own meme coin. Like, sure, the meme coin is irresponsible, and I think actually I don't really, I don't like that it did it from like a moral point of view. I think it's a bit weird. He's really playing around with people's money there. But from a crypto holder's point of view, I'm very happy, because this is giving a lot of marketing for Bitcoin, and all PR is good PR at the end of the day. And then you have inflation is just increasing. I think we're going to see a financial crisis this year or latest next year, a massive financial crisis, because usually after a cycle of bullishness like we've seen right now, after the money printing from the last disaster, you see a correction, and you're seeing the Federal Reserve lowering interest rate right now. And usually when they go down, that's usually when you eventually see the crisis. So I think this time we could see not only a crisis, but a massive like meltdown. And this eventually will lead to a massive bear market. But right now, as long as the liquidity is still there, the Bitcoin narrative is stronger than ever, and will become even stronger later when the financial crisis happens. But we can also add for the super cycle theory that, you know, Michael Saylor is buying billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. And not only is he buying, but what he's doing, he's also showing other companies that it's possible, and other countries, in fact. So he's inspiring multi-billion-dollar worth of buying of Bitcoin, and that's incredibly bullish, because now he holds, I think, 450,000 Bitcoin. He will not sell them. He will never sell them. He will not sell until at least $6 million probably, or maybe $10 million. So those are off the market. My Bitcoin are off the market. Your Bitcoin are off the market. So the amount of Bitcoin available for sale always just decreases because more and more hodlers are there all the time. So these are some good reasons. And I believe also the last cycle we got stopped out. That was a bad cycle. We didn't even reach $100,000. I think this cycle, in this super cycle, we're gonna get 2 cycles in one. We're getting the previous cycle where we should have gone to 300K, and this cycle where we should have gone to $1 million. And I think we're gonna combine them to basically guarantee $1 million and hopefully go even higher. So I think $1 million this year is possible. If I'm gonna be more conservative, I would say $500,000 to $1 million is my target before the end of this year. And people call me crazy, but I've been saying this already for like 1 year now, that I think 700K approximately is like my target for 2025. And now finally people are starting to think maybe I'm right because of Trump and the meme coins and all the stuff.
There you go. This super cycle means that $1 million per Bitcoin is possible. So do not let go of your Bitcoins. Even if there's a market collapse, Bitcoin will get hit, but hold on, buy more on that dip, and then watch it rocket back up, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Many people are preparing for, a collapse of the market, and I know that that's probably coming because there's lots of evidence of insiders are selling their stock, which doesn't make any sense when they can borrow against it. There's a lot of different things going on in the corporations. Basically, they're overvalued. Their stock's way overvalued on a PE ratio level. So there's lots of reasons to say, well, hey, this is about to end. And then, of course, on the mainstream, people can't find jobs. People are struggling to get jobs. And so, yeah, I think it is an issue. That issue is clear that we could have a market collapse. But with that said, right, I really think that you should hold your Bitcoins, hold your crypto, because things are going to turn around. And we're going to see that huge super cycle. Now, I think we're going to see a even bigger cycle. Do you think that something that's like crazy, where Bitcoin does something absolutely stupid? What do you think? Like really, really stupid.
Is this 1 million quite stupid already?
Yeah, no, even stupider.
Like 5 million?
Yeah, something really, really stupid because of the fact that there's so many headwinds.
Okay, so not this cycle. I think this cycle we're gonna have to the maximum. I think this cycle maximum this year 1.5 million, but I don't think that's very likely. I think like 700K is a very decent target. 700 to 1 million, or let's say 500 to 1 million. That's like my target range. But I have some bad news, and that is the fact that if my prediction comes true, that this is a super cycle and we go to close to $1 million, then unfortunately, this means that the bear market will probably be the worst one we've seen since like 10 years. Like you're gonna see Bitcoin go down 90%.
Yep.
So I think what could happen is we go up to close to 1 million, and then we're gonna go all the way back to even below 100,000. We're gonna see the first 90% correction since a decade. And that's gonna make people say Bitcoin is dead, it's over, that was it, it's never gonna go to 1 million again, that was the top, and we're gonna have a financial disaster also on top of that. And we haven't seen a proper crypto bear market in years. And if in the previous bear market, NFTs were still trading at $200,000 per JPEG. And blockchains that don't do anything were still valued at billions and billions of dollars. We haven't seen a proper bear market in crypto yet. We've just seen bull market and then a little bit of up and down. We haven't washed out the greed and the stupidness. JPEGs should not be worth $200,000 a pop. So I believe the next.
Did you buy one?
I did. I have to be transparent. I also give in to the greed sometimes. So I did buy JPEGs for like $1 million even, which was maybe not the best decision. But that's the thing, like we need to get rid of, like in a proper bear market, you get rid of that. So I think in the next bear market, it's gonna be not a bear market, it's gonna be a crypto flush out. Bitcoin goes below 100K again, goes 90% down. NFTs are dead. Meme coins will die.
A horrible and catastrophic death.
Trump coin will go down to close to zero. Meme coins will go down to close to zero. All the altcoins will completely be depressed, and that's unfortunately what I see happening over the next years. But actually, I also think it's possible that because we have a super cycle this time, we're also then having a super bear market, which will last maybe more than a 4-year cycle. I think this super cycle could be the end of the 4-year cycle and enter into an 8-year cycle.
Probably.
So we could see a bear market that lasts 6 years. And that's
If we get a super cycle this year.
if we see a super cycle, then I think we could see a bear market which lasts 6-7 years, and you really see crypto go really down and people think it really is dead.
Dead, yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I think we need that. So in the next cycle, which happens maybe in 10 years from now, Bitcoin goes to 10 million or like 5 million or something crazy, you know? And then Bitcoin takes over as money in the world. But I think that's going to take that will be like a 10-year cycle maybe. I don't know, like this is my own theory. I didn't hear it from someone else. This is just something I've been thinking a lot about crypto and about the financial crisis which is coming and about Trump being president and launching meme coins. Like the amount of greed coming into this cycle is not going to be healthy. It's going to make us wealthy,
Yes, exactly.
but very wealthy. It's not healthy. So I think we're going to have to get rid of that in the next bear market. And I don't know what you think about my theory.
Well, I agree. I think it makes sense to me, and I think that that's also a possibility, but only if there's lots of ifs and buts, and a lot of moving parts there. Like, oh, we have to see a super cycle first, right? And that's possible with Trump and such headwinds. And then after that super cycle, the collapse will come, right? And it will come if we, in a short amount of time, if we just like in 1 year, we go from 100K to 1 million. Yes, for sure. Absolutely, that will come.
Yeah, so right now it's still a great chance to buy Bitcoin. It's still hovering around $100,000. And over the next few months, it's going to soar into at least the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I think, like I said, close to $1 million. So it's still a very good time to buy Bitcoin and actually altcoins as well, because altcoins will do well in this cycle. But in this super cycle, you need to sell all your altcoins during the bull market. Because in the bear market, they will close to die.
They'll be decimated.
They will be decimated. So in the cycle, get rid of all your altcoins at the top when the Bitcoin dominance is down like maybe at 45, 40. And then you put all of that into Bitcoin, and you can put also the real estate and cars or fiat, even if it's like a small part of it. Like gold and silver is my biggest bet, actually. I'm going to put a lot of gold and silver. I prefer that over holding it in fiat. It's also because gold and silver will not go down as much as Bitcoin in the bear market. So yeah, that's my super cycle theory.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be buying gold and silver. I'm going to be dollar costing average out into gold and silver some of my portfolios to not everything. I mean, there will be a large portion be left in Bitcoin for the long term.
Of course. But when Bitcoin breaks to like 700K, if you sell 20% of your Bitcoin, put that into gold, and then in the bear market, you sell that gold into Bitcoin,
Exactly.
you're probably going to do very well.
Exactly. So that's what
Let us know in the comment section what you think about this, and if we reached 5,000 likes already. But I will be reading the comments on your channel. I want to see this video because I think this super cycle theory is interesting. I didn't hear someone else talk about it not with these reasons.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I think it gives everybody something to think about and maybe even plan for. But dollar cost average never hurts. It always is the way to go. Michael Saylor does it. He does it only in the in way, right? You could also do it on the outside, coming out of the market. So remember, DCA is the best way to go. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, man. Peace.